When I was Cedric von Hausen, the champion of Liechtenstein, I was only 18 years old. I was super duper young. I started traveling around for wrestling when I was 16, so I had only been wrestling a few years at that point. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. The soul that sees beauty may sometimes walk alone. Behavior is the mirror in which everyone shows their image. Correction does much, but encouragement does more. None are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. There are only two lasting bequests we can hope to give our children. One of these is roots, the other, wings. Every day we should hear at least one little song, read one good poem, see one exquisite picture, and, if possible, speak a few sensible words. The way you see people is the way you treat them, and the way you treat them is what they become. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. He is happiest, be he king or peasant, who finds peace in his home. There are only two lasting bequests we can hope to give our children. One of these is roots, the other, wings. Many people take no care of their money till they come nearly to the end of it, and others do just the same with their time. In nature we never see anything isolated, but everything in connection with something else which is before it, beside it, under it and over it. In the realm of ideas everything depends on enthusiasm. In the real world all rests on perseverance. Beauty is a manifestation of secret natural laws, which otherwise would have been hidden from us forever. The person born with a talent they are meant to use will find their greatest happiness in using it. Divide and rule, the politician cries. Unite and lead, is watchword of the wise. Everybody wants to be somebody. Nobody wants to grow. Music is either sacred or secular. The sacred agrees with its dignity, and here has its greatest effect on life, an effect that remains the same through all ages and epochs. Secular music should be cheerful throughout. It is not doing the thing we like to do, but liking the thing we have to do, that makes life blessed. All intelligent thoughts have already been thought. What is necessary is only to try to think them again. The Christian religion, though scattered and abroad, will in the end gather itself together at the foot of the cross. Nature knows no pause in progress and development, and attaches her curse on all inaction. Do not give in too much to feelings. A overly sensitive heart is an unhappy possession on this shaky earth. If you treat an individual as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. Only by joy and sorrow does a person know anything about themselves and their destiny. They learn what to do and what to avoid. Hatred is something peculiar. You will always find it strongest and most violent where there is the lowest degree of culture. If you can't feel it, if it never rises from the soul, and sways the heart of every single hearer, with deepest power, in simple ways, you'll sit forever, gluing things together, cooking up a stew from others' scraps, blowing on a miserable fire, made from your heap of dying ash. Let apes and children praise your art, if they're admirations to your taste, but you'll never speak from heart to heart, unless it rises up from your heart's space. No one is willing to believe that adults too, like children, wander about this earth in a daze and, like children, do not know where they come from or where they are going, act as rarely as they do according to genuine motives, and are as thoroughly governed as they are by biscuits and cake in the rod. Must it ever be thus that the source of our happiness must also be the fountain of our misery? The full and ardent sentiment which animated my heart with the love of nature, overwhelming me with a torrent of delight, and which brought all paradise before me, has now become an insupportable torment, a demon which perpetually pursues and harasses me.